What's up, the Penguins peoples? The name's Rhodium. Last week, a YouTuber by the name of Unnecessary Inventions said this.
And as I said, this was not clickbait. I am actually in a Super Bowl commercial, thanks to the Captain Morgan Super Bowl Punch Bowl.
What? I mean, this thing is awesome, but I never...
Are any of you guys like a music producer? I want to take that line of me saying my line.
What? I mean, this thing is awesome, but I never...
And turn it into like a EDM dubstep remix. So if anyone can do that, let me know.
I am a music producer, as you've probably seen by the songs I've uploaded. If you haven't, what are you doing? Go watch them after this video. I'm not very good at dubstep, so I decided to recreate a song using only his voice lines. This is how I did it. Just so you know, there are going to be some flashing images in this video. If that affects you, you might not want to watch this. The final result has flashing images as well. I started off by opening up my music producing software. I personally used Mixcraft 9, and I imported the clip of him in the commercial.
What? I mean, this thing is awesome, but I never...
I then went through the clip multiple times, getting all the different sounds that I could use for instruments.
Awesome. This thing is awesome. What?
I also just started messing about for just a little bit, and this happened.
What? What?
I then opened up my video editing software. I imported my clip of the instruments. I use Movie Studio Platinum 13. It's very old, but it's easy to use and I am just fluent with it. I decided to use this to make the actual song because Mixcraft, you can't really do video where it's like changing all the time. It just does a fade. And that's not really what I want for this. And cut out the bits where there were no sounds and just got the instruments. I then did a few pitch shifts to get all the instruments to the right pitch and had the drum parts which I needed. I spent far too long actually figuring out how to use this, and eventually I just had to press the OK button. I am a moron. And then I started making my basic drum rhythm. To save up time, I made a massive cut and then just copied everything so it matched the same length as earlier. I then decided to slow everything down just a little bit so that it was easier to edit with. I also just added an extra note in there. I then start adding in the melody notes. And you should start to recognise the song that I'm creating. I copy it a few times and adjust all the pitches to make it so that they are the right notes. You'll definitely recognise the song now if you didn't recognise it earlier. I copied this a few times and changed the notes that needed changing to actually make the song sound like the actual song. And this is the first part of the song finished. And now it's time to duplicate that whole thing, reframe the melody, and introduce the bass line. I get the notes in place, and then I have to change every single one of them to be different. Of course I do. This is when I realise I've made a huge mistake. I had made every other bass line note one note too low, and have to go through and change all of them. Well done, Rhodium. And that's practically it. This took me over 3 hours to make. I hope you appreciate the final result. And also, why does it look like one of those retro, like, space games, like Galaga or Space Invaders or something? Anyway, here's the final result. This took a long time.
What?